everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. I am currently getting ready for the day because I decided I need to make myself feel put together to be productive. We are currently in the final stretch of classes to make it to the end of the winter semester. It's actually my last full week of classes. For some reason I have one class on Monday next week, which is kind of random. I don't know why, but I guess since we started the semester on a Tuesday, we have to go until Monday, but it just feels a little bit funny going to school only for one day. But then anyways, we'll be transitioning into exams and all of that. So obviously in this vlog, I'm gonna be, as always, bringing you along and trying to be productive and just push through this final stretch. I'm pretty lucky because I feel like most of my final assignments have already been handed in. In case you're new here, because I feel like I always forget to do introductions, my name is Clarice. I am a third-year student studying in film production at university in Montreal, meaning this is technically my last full year of classes. I have one extra semester that I'm hoping to do abroad next fall, but other than that, like, I am soon gonna graduate. Today is my busiest day in terms of classes. I have my filmmaking class this afternoon, which is basically just the core class in the program where you obviously make short films and work on producing them from the beginning to the final editing and delivery stages. And we already shot all of our short films throughout the semester, so I think this final class is just gonna be, I guess, review or like preparing us for the winter semester because it's a year-long class, and then in the winter we're moving on to post-production. So I'm not too sure exactly what we're gonna do. I think maybe watch the footage from what's been shot and then talk about what we should do over break to stay on track. Anyways, that is this afternoon from 1 to 5. All of my film classes are 4 hours long, which is definitely a little bit draining sometimes, but I try to look at it on the bright side and just remember that at least I only have to show up once a week and then I'm done. Like, I feel like I would rather do one block of 4 hours than 2 blocks of 2 hours every week. It's just easier for scheduling to have it all be in one block. But anyways, after my filmmaking class, I have a bit of a break, and then I have marketing from like 5:45 to 8:15. I just took marketing as an elective because I wanted to try something like different and try something outside my program, because so far I've only really taken film electives, which I've really liked. Obviously, I'm in that program for a reason. I love watching and studying films and making films, but I just wanted to try something different. And I don't think I'm necessarily regretting that choice, but right now it's definitely the class where I have to do the most work. I have a term project due this evening, well, tonight at midnight, and I have a final next week that I've been studying for slowly but surely, and each chapter is so long. So far, I've only gotten through 1.5 chapters, and that single chapter took me, I want to say, 2.5 hours to review, just because it's so much reading. But I know that's just the best way for me to study, is to review the textbook and then make a summary sheet and just learn the material to the point where I'm able to explain it. Anyhow, that is kind of what's on the agenda for today. Luckily, even though my Tuesdays are somewhat busy in terms of classes, I don't have any classes on Wednesdays, so I will likely also vlog tomorrow just to show you what my catch-up days at home look like. I also don't really know what to do with my hair because it's not that greasy, but it's also not the most fresh. I think I'm gonna use some dry shampoo. There we go. I'm gonna freshen up my hair and then get to work and get the day started. Taken advantage of that to go work some more on my assignment that's due tonight. back home. It is almost 8:45, or actually 8:45 on the dot, and my class this evening ended a little bit early, which I'm very thankful for because it feels so good to be home. I am honestly kind of drained from today. I feel like it was just go, go, go. I tried to film a few clips here and there, but it's always hard for me to vlog when I'm at uni because obviously I'm like trying to be present and pay attention in class, but then I just forget to document what I get up to during my day. As you saw, I had my filmmaking class and it was lots of fun because we got to see some rushes from the films that we shot throughout the semester. Rushes are basically just like previews of the footage and audio that you recorded and that you are going to eventually edit into the final film, but it's kind of a messy arrangement of everything. So it was really nice to see images from each of the projects, and I'm definitely really excited to see the final films come to life next semester when we get into editing and whatnot. But I will say we did like close the blinds to watch the short film, so we were in complete darkness, and by the time we opened the blinds back up it was dark outside at like 4 p.m. So that was definitely a rude awakening. I also did something that I'm now kind of regretting. I got a coffee because I decided I would, you know, need a bit of a boost of energy to get through the evening. But that was kind of a bad decision because I don't drink coffee very often, and especially I think because it's kind of later in the day, and not that I drank the coffee on an empty stomach, I did have lunch, but like I haven't had dinner yet, so I feel like that just made me feel very jittery, and I kind of have a headache now. And I also was on the commute home and I was like wearing my big winter jacket, so I was kind of overstimulated because I was like jittery because of the caffeine, had a headache, was like kind of warm and overheating in my puffer, and I just wanted to get home really bad. But luckily I'm home now. I'm gonna change into sweats because that's usually the first thing I do immediately upon returning home. Probably have some leftovers for dinner just to like get some food in my system, and then I will push through a little bit longer and finish reviewing and hopefully be able to submit that project by like 10:30 at the latest, because everything is there. It's just a matter of reviewing and clearing up the formatting, and I really need to break this tendency of mine to just work on a project right up until the deadline, because my perfectionist self is always going to find something to improve, but at this point I need to let it go and just turn the page. All in bed. It is almost midnight, so I didn't finish my assignment as early as I wanted to, but it's okay. I just did a very lazy version of my night routine tonight because I don't have the energy to like do a full closing shift or stay up and drink my cup of tea. Like I'm just gonna fall right asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. But I've got my diffuser going. That is a constant. I got some comments asking me where my diffuser is from. I got it for Christmas. I think my sister got it at like a grocery store, like a health grocery store nearby. So I'll see if I can find a link and I'll try to put that in the description. My camera battery is about to die, and honestly I need to get some rest myself. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is, as you can see, a very gray and gloomy day today, which kind of works out perfectly for me because I don't have any classes, so I've just been catching up on work from home today. I will say the weather is making me feel a little bit sleepy, but I'm just choosing to lean into the cozy vibes. I put on a cozy outfit today. I'm actually wearing the sweatpants that I slept in last night, so it is really a lazy day, but honestly sometimes that is weirdly what I need to be productive, is just to be comfortable and at ease. So for today, I had a call this morning. After that call, I honestly just was working on my computer, and next thing I knew, I looked up from my screen and it was 3 p.m. So that's where we're at right now. The plan for the rest of today is I'm actually heading over to my friend Charlotte's house. We have a little study date and movie night planned together, which I'm really looking forward to. It's been really hard to find time to see my friends over the semester because everyone has just been very busy, myself included, but we finally have a day that aligns where we get to hang out, and we love doing movie nights. It's like our go-to activity. But I do also want to study for my marketing final that's next week, so I'm also going to bring my computer and we can just do a bit of work, do a bit of chit chat, you know, be balanced basically. And honestly, on most days I am an introvert and I, you know, like being a homebody and staying home, but my favorite way to spend time with friends is either at my house or their house, just watching movies, you know, having couch time where we can just catch up, or even baking or cooking together. Like, I feel like those are my go-to. And also going to coffee shops. I do love that, and bookstores as well. I'm gonna pack my bag, get everything ready, and I will see you guys once I'm there.